Hello, horror fans, and welcome back. It is day, I don't know, I can't remember, 9? Something. Of the Zach Raids His Movies and shares them with you. Today is brought to you by the letter H. The keeper has gone back to the shelf, and I'm replacing him for the moment with one of the few Funkos I actually own, because I am kind of weirdly selective, but this is Mummy Elvira that I purchased at Hot Topic a year or so ago. So I have a pair of H movies, and I know, hey, Halloween. I bet you he's going to pick Halloween. No. No, I'm not. Instead, I'm going to present first a very strange but amazingly good classic movie. The original, not the remake, but the original, The Hills Have Eyes. Directed by the late, great King of Scare, Wes Craven. The gentleman on the cover, for those that don't know, is a man by the name of Michael Berryman, who is a fantastic character actor and a fantastic human being. If you're into autographs and TTMs and all that, if you send to him, he loads you up with extras. I sent him, I believe, 2 pictures, and he responded with those two additional pictures, and actually wrote me a letter about projects he was doing. Also in this movie, actually, is Dee Wallace. Many people would know her as the mother from E.T., but also the mother from Cujo. She was in Critters. She's been in a lot of things, and I think she's earned the title of Scream Queen. So The Hills Have Eyes, the original one here, came out in 1977. The plot of it is a family traveling towards California. Car breaks down in the middle of the desert and encounter a series of violent, horrifying, mutant-like cannibal creatures. Very creepy. They did remake it in 2006, I believe, and I think Ted Levine was in it. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. It's not bad, but I've always preferred the original. So I'm ducking out of the 80s for a minute. We're going to go back to the 70s. Classic movie. Watch it if you haven't. It is really good. I know they did a sequel to it, but I can't remember if I've seen it. But the original, definitely good. Sorry, I had to pause for a minute there. I had something caught in my throat. Maybe it was all the bad movies. Well, actually, these aren't really bad movies. I haven't really picked too many bad ones yet. So we're going to move on to the second one. And this one harkens back to an even further before era. And I mentioned this a few days ago when I was speaking of psychological horror rather than overtly scary. And I think this movie definitely brings it up. And I am not speaking of the remake from 2005 with Paris Hilton. Nothing against her personally, but that movie was just no. I'm talking the original House of Wax. Again, starring the late, great Vincent Price, who actually, weirdly, the first movie I ever saw Vincent Price in was Edward Scissorhands, and he was supposed to have a much bigger role in that, but his health was so poor he was unable to. But the original House of Wax, it is a very, very psychological, creepy horror type movie. And I'm moving around so I can kind of block the glare so you can see the glory of it. This movie came out in 1953. Plot of it is you have a disgruntled employee from a wax museum, burns it down with the owner, I believe Vincent Price. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and probably tonight, after filming this, I'm going to change that. Directed by Andre de Toth. Not 100% sure what else he did. I'm just really starting to pick up more into the 50s horror. But Vincent Price is just fantastic. And anyway, the wax museum is burned down. The owner is inside. He survives, turns vengeful, turns murderous, and turns people into wax figures. I really like it. And actually, the cool thing about this one is down at the bottom, this is just a little bonus, also includes the 1933 Technicolor original Mystery of the Wax Museum. I don't think I've actually watched that yet, but I have watched The House of Wax. Can't go wrong with either of these two for H, I believe. Just great movies. Mummy Elvira likes them. And so there you go. That's my H picks. The Hills Have Eyes, the original. House of Wax, the original. Two really super cool, super creepy movies. Tomorrow we're going to do something a little different. I had to kind of raid one of the mix packs, and we're going to combine I and J because, shockingly, I don't have a whole lot of movies for I and J that meet the criteria for this. But that said, hope you're enjoying this series because I'm actually having a lot of fun presenting it to you. And I've been getting some feedback, and a lot of people are liking it, which is really cool. Hopefully I'm giving people some new movies to watch. Hopefully they don't hate them all, but wait until I will give you a preview. The two I've picked out for the letter S in probably a couple of weeks. Wait for that, because there's a great story for that. So the letter H concludes, stay scary, stay scared, stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow for I and J.